Hey everybody, so we're going to talk about the Swan drama while it is still fresh. So let's get on to it. Now I do want to put straight ahead, I am not just some John Swan hater. I was a big fan of him. Hell, I even kind of had a crush on him. I was a big fan of his. I mean, not anymore in any sense am I a fan of him. In fact, I think I hate him now because of all the shit he's done. And I'm going to go into, why, and I mean, it's, if you know what he's done, yeah. So, let's get into this. So, I'm going to read, this is what he posted before, not long after this, he also posted a picture of his subscribers saying he's uncancelable, which means I really do not take this apology that I'm about to read serious at all. But let's get into it. Hello everyone. As a commentator, my credibility is important to me. Unfortunately, I have let you all down, and there is no excuse for what I did, and I take full responsibility. I wish I could have made a video, but I'm currently traveling and not in the position to do so. I was messing around on Discord about a year back with a friend of mine. I had 6k subs, and I thought nothing of it. This somehow got back to Dream, and I didn't expect it to. I panicked, I told a lie, and I thought it would never get brought up again. Well, it did, motherfucker, so... And, oh boy. I was wrong. Dream's Reddit post came out, and I was completely in shock. I panicked again, and I made my thread, digging myself into a deeper hole. I thought it would look really bad if people thought I was impersonating a YouTuber, even though it was so small and it's blurry at the time, and I understand now that lying about something as big as a scale as this is indefensible. Yeah, you're right. Time after time, I messed up. I should have said it was all me all along, but I didn't. I dug myself into a deeper and deep. Wait a minute. I dug myself deeper and deeper, and I got caught up with everything. I lied about a massive creator, and I'm sorry. There is no excuse. There is no need to defend me. We're not going to defend you. I was brutally wrong, and I'm sorry for lying to you all. And it's clear, by his, and he's deleted his Twitter now. I hope he never comes back, and I hope he doesn't come back to YouTube. But, he posted about how he's uncancelable because he's subs, sucking his own cock. So he's clearly not fucking sorry. I don't take his apology at all. And now all of his friends have turned on him and rightfully so. So I'm going to get more into it after I finish what he's saying. I'm especially sorry to Dream for everything I did. Lying at the expense of someone else's credibility is one of the worst things a creator can do. Once again, there is no excuse. I understand if it makes you lose respect for me, and you have lost any respect. In fact, I would be shocked if it didn't. I messed up on such a large scale that I don't know if I am capable of anyone's forgiveness, and I hope you don't get anyone's forgiveness. And I will try my best to earn my respect back. You won't. Don't even try, because you won't. I have let you all down, and I'm ashamed and disappointed in myself. And I am sorry. I will be taking off time from social media to process everything. I will return at some point, but I don't know when. I hope you don't return. And all this whole apology clearly does not mean shit because, he was, you fucking talk, oh, I'm uncancelable, look at my subs. Dude, fuck you. I thought you were like this cool YouTuber that I really liked and all this, but it turns out you're a slimy little cunt. It's true. And I'm sorry if, me saying the cunt, offends people. I don't care. But you're a slimy, fucking conniving little bitch. And you're a coward. And you know what's funny? Is this drama could have went out on a whimper. But because of what he did, it went out on a big fucking boom. And now he deleted his Twitter because he's a fucking coward. He fucking used and lied to his friends and all of this. But we're not done. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm already... That. And Keem, of course, is being Keem. What do you get when you mix the appearance of a cave troll and a homeless man with the maturity of a man-child? You get Keem, or I like to call Keemstar sometimes. Keemstar, Keemstar. And he's responding... Which one is it? Oh, we'll get to this. Yeah. Basically, he's responding to Nicholas D'Orio, and I don't like Nicholas, but he does have a point here. If he was so confident of this, he would reply to me and not my audience. I can't read through a block. Yeah, Keemstar is a fucking pussy. But, here we have another example of Big Dumb Nick spinning a false narrative. Oh, I knew because I worked the story, unlike you. You worked at defending John Swan's lies and got exposed hard. You should never be trusted with anything ever again. Bitch, like you have any fucking room to talk. Didn't you dox someone? Didn't you swat someone? Didn't you over and over again lead hate campaigns towards people? You really think that you can put yourself on a fucking pedestal and look down on Nick? Dude, you are worse than John Swan. You are worse than Turkey Tom. In fact, you're like Turkey Tom and John Swan added together, combined with fucking steroids. Like, why does anyone still watch this fucking cave troll? Holy shit. He's the big, like, is his audience just fucking underage fucking girls or underage boys who can't fucking think critically? I mean, one of the people in the Crow's Nest, the Crows of Judgment Discord brought to me, no, they're adults, and I'm just like, why does anyone watch this motherfucker? He's the most slimiest motherfucker on YouTube. He's like he's like the stereotypical bad journalist on fucking steroids. And this guy is acting like he's some good person who actually stands up for the story. Bitch, you're fucking worse than John Swan. You've done so much worse than what John Swan has been exposed for yesterday. Do not talk like you're some fucking smart, intelligent fucking journalist who actually fucking doesn't do anything bad or anything. You have zero room to talk. You homeless man looking motherfucker. Now, there's one thing I'm really fucking pissed at. A scarlet sin is what John Swan committed. And that was giving Deaf Noodles a fucking inch. Now, as you may know, or may not know, or as you can tell, I really, really, really do not like Deaf Noodles. I fucking hate Deaf Noodles. He is the most obnoxious, condescending little weasel, little prick. He fucking slanders people. He sees himself as this, he's narcissistic. He's fucking full of himself, and he fucking hides behind a character. Oh, it's just a character, bro. It's not really me. Dude, you're a fucking idiot, and nobody likes you. But guess what? Because of John Swan, he's laughing at the whole commentary community. He's laughing at everyone who criticized him. He's just fucking mocking everyone now. That fucking cocky cuck. Whew, as you can tell, I really don't fucking like Deaf Noodles. I really, really don't fucking like him. Hey man, heard you're really good at impersonating YouTubers, saying the N-word, lying and deflecting and manipulating. And then self-imploding your career. Oh, and by the way, if you're so offended by my jokes, please take me to court. I can't wait to laugh in your face in front of the judge. Dude, shut the fuck up. God, he's such a fucking clown. I can't fucking stand him. Holy shit. Okay. I really fucking hate him. Dude, go back to your fucking little pit echo chamber. You act so fucking tough and so fucking cocky. You're a spineless little pussy who can't handle any fucking criticism. Not even friendly criticism. You can't even handle. Oh, these are all... Everyone I don't like is a Nazi. Everyone I don't like is alt-right. Everyone who criticizes my terrible shit comedy is just a Nazi. Fuck off. Now, Nicholas, dear Oreo, wrote this, and we're going to read that as well. A manifesto on shitty John Swan. Slimy little snake John Swan. So let's begin. Last night, as many of you know, I released a thread, John Swan lied to Dream. And you know what? Maybe we should read that. John Swan lied at Dream. Thread. I've been shown proof tonight that has made me come to the conclusion that John Swan has been lying to me pretty frequently for the last few weeks. I've been sitting here for like half an hour trying to figure out how to word this tweet correctly, but here we go. I don't want to publicly flog John for lying in an 8-page document about a Minecraft sex mod drama. However, he sat by idle while me and Willie, SFTP, were fighting over this stupid shit. He's not only lied publicly, he lied to me, Augie, Boblax, and Tipser for what felt like weeks. I wasn't going to run to Twitter, but he told me an autistic 12-year-old hacked his Discord and sent the N-word, let me make a ass of myself. Morally right thing to do is to make people aware of this as quickly as I shared my opinions and when I thought the dog ate his Discord account. By the way, with the autistic thing, I can't find it now. I mean, I'm sure I could, but if I looked longer, but Bo Blacks talked about the autistic thing and talked about how he was used and how, you know, Swan used his experiences and stuff. And that, I'm also autistic, and I find that extremely fucking insulting. Like, did John Swan even care about Boblax? Did he even care about any of his friends? Or like I'm Alex, was he just using them to a means and end? And he, you know, it's just really slimy, you know? And here's another thing, you like, what else did John Swan lie about? Like, you know, we can't even trust him anymore. We can, you know, how about we read some of the... So, can we see any proof? John Swan confessed. You know... This just makes me sad. Yeah, it's extremely sad. Bruh, this is career ending. No commentary YouTuber worth his salt will work with them ever again. And I hope that happens. I hope that's true. He probably had to move heaven and earth to dig himself out of the hole he created. But like you, I think he buried himself. Even if he is able to come back, this will always be an issue because it's part of his resume. Yeah. It's, you know. Also, already went through that. Where is it? Yeah, I'm not logged in because this James Marriott, the guy who sucks off I'm Alex, you know who I'm Alex is, probably one of the most evil fucking people on YouTube again. And people wonder why the majority of us distance ourselves from the commentary community. I've been reading up on everything, and it reminds me of 2017, when I lived in Spain and my YouTube career was entirely based around the commentary community on Twitter. That shit was everything to me, and it was probably one of the saddest moments of my life. Some people definitely thrive on that space, and I can respect that. It just never worked for me, and I wouldn't be surprised if it burned away at others' mental health the way it did mine. Bitch, you're friends with I'm Alex, the guy who's done nothing but destroy other people's lives and screw over his own friends. You literally suck I am Alex's cock and defend him at every fucking turn, no matter how horrible he is. Shut the fuck up, and no one cares about what you think, except your little fucking brainlet fans. Asshole. You're in, yeah, exactly. You're friends with fucking I'm Alex, you dumb bitch. A guy who lied about Salazzo. Who, I'm gonna say, I believe, didn't just lie about Salazzo. I think he actually, there was a screenshot talking about different versions of like the Twitlunger. I think he was actually working with Salazzo's accuser to make up lies and stuff, along with that dog abuser, what's her name? Yeah, it's, well, I know the I know the commentary community can sometimes be wrong, yes, but I don't hate them. And this guy is just here. Wow, exactly. British YouTuber sucks. Yeah, yeah. But I don't know, So let's read the document. Last night, as many of you know, I released a thread titled John Swan Lied to Dream, and many of you were rightly confused or questioning why my replies didn't contain any evidence to the claims I was making. I'm sure those people were equally as confused that John came forward shortly after with a statement of his own admitting it was all true and that he had been lying the entire time. I figured it would be a good time now to sort of explain what happened to everyone, because those who are asking have a right to know what the fuck happened. I was approached last night at 11:10 Eastern Standard Time by Turkey Tom, who presented me with a screenshot taken from a group chat where an extremely credible YouTuber was talking about how John and had confessed last year to trolling Harley TBS with LT Cobra, or Lieutenant Cobra, impersonating Dream. Cobra not expecting Dream to ever found out about it. When approached with this information, I began asking around who else knew, and it became pretty evident that the only reason the evidence made its way to me in the first place was because the person who made the claim didn't plan on releasing the evidence publicly, and I think they just assumed I release it. It's not hard to find out who the person is, who I'm talking about. It's not hard to find out who the person who I'm talking about, but I will be referring him as redacted moving forward, as he does not personally engage in drama, and I don't wish to drag him in further. Following the call with Tom, I then reached out to John Swan directly to say, "You're probably fucked. I'm just giving you a fair warning." After they inquired why, I sent the following message. "No, I'm not going to ask you one more time. Did Cobra fuck with Harley and make up a story about a 12-year-old? I promise you I will not speak or show this conversation to anyone. I just want to know if you're lying." He continued to lie to me. I then reached out to a few creators, including Redacted himself, who gave me a fairly comprehensive retelling of what happened, but did not give me the screenshot I needed to go public. It apparently does exist. I just couldn't get it. At this point, I was fairly confident, so when John called me at 1:34 a.m., I began to question him. The call with John was pretty concerning for a lot of reasons. I'm going to essentially list out them here now. The call began with me flat out asking if he could have possibly done it, to which he quickly denied once again. I articulated that John would have had no reason to lie to me in private about the situation, and that we could have had probably gotten in touch with Dream after the initial Reddit comment to make this right from the very beginning. I said it would be pretty fucked up if he was lying to me. I then asked him if there was any way that him and Cobra were fucking around with Harley. They came up with a dumb lie on the spot, and John didn't expect Dream to respond, or this to ever come up again, right? There is no way that could be what happened, right? And John got pretty quiet. He started saying, I'm trying really hard here. If you know the answer, you know the answer." What kind of answer is that? Like, if you know the answer, you know the answer. Okay. Nick It's much deeper and more complicated than that. And who knows? Without just admitting it initially, I asked if he was the slightest bit worried. He said no. I started pleading with him that he had no reason to lie to me and that I already knew everything. He just kept saying, if you know, then you know. That's all I'm going to say. What a piece of shit. He implied that people may not be out to get him, but there were people who really despise him. About 10 minutes into the call, he admitted he actually had a call with Redacted, and he said crazy things like, who's going to believe a blurry screenshot with someone saying they have another screenshot about what Tom showed me. And then I told him Redacted still had the original story he initially said. It wasn't me who sent that, and implied we wouldn't be able to prove it. Finally, I asked him if he was comfortable saying it didn't happen because Redacted isn't going to release the evidence proving it happened. And John replied yes. After the call, I consulted with some friends on the best way to approach this, and I settled on a Twitter thread because integrity is important to me. I didn't wish to leave misleading content about Dream on my channel for people to find, and the right thing to do is hold our friends accountable the way we would anyone else. Essentially, I had a moral obligation to make the situation right. So around an hour or so after, I released the thread. Following the thread's release, John called me. This time, he sounded completely different. The goal of this call was to 100% get me to delete the tweet, and the portions of the call felt very manipulative at the time. But I'm not going to expand upon this in fear that this wasn't a victim card and something more serious. He also apologized privately for the second call pretty shortly after. I then spoke to Dream, and he told me apparently he spoke to Redacted a week ago, following his stream, I think, and had already known what I was telling him, and just respected Redacted's privacy. He told me that when he offered John to just admit it, and they can work it out to make sure everything gets out of this okay, Dream had already known John did this as a matter of fact at the time of his DMs. This was less manipulative as we initially believed, and was actually pretty charitable chance for John to have gotten himself out of the situation. That was a really cool thing Dream tried to do. I apologized to Dream publicly and in the call for getting wrapped up in this story and getting it wrong. He accepted. Lastly, there are many people shouting bias or saying that John's story was obviously false in the veil of hindsight. These people are fucking stupid. The reason people believe John's story is because it was a totally plausible lie that made sense at the time. I, for one, made an entire 20-minute explaining my perceived retelling that had a 90% like ratio. Boplax did a poll that was a landslide for John. It's easy to say something was clearly bullshit after it's been proven, but to act like it wasn't a viable take at the time is pretty disingenuous. Sorry, I have a speech impediment if I struggle at pronouncing things and such. You can say, well, of course your audience liked your video, dude. Lol, go take a look at our D'Angelo Wallace ratios. Laughing my ass off. The situation was never black and white. Dream fumbled a few talking points and gave John a lot of room to weasel out, and that's what he did. Did John lie? Absolutely. Was John lie massive for the stupid petty drama? Insurmountably? Do you hate John? No. Do you think you'll ever be friends again? Why do you care? Do you think John is a bad person? Who fucking knows? You showed no proof. 4 pages. How could we believe you? John is welcome to call me a liar. He won't. I wouldn't advise that either. This has been Nick. I'm not fucking proofreading this. Welcome to the cum zone. Also, Copra added me and sent me this from the fake Dream account. LOL, dickhead. So, Yeah, John Swan fucked up big time. I think he's been shown to be a very horrible, slimy piece of shit. And yeah, I hope this I hope this ruins his career. I hope he never comes back. And if he does, he's treated like he should be treated as an outsider for because again, he also hurt the whole reputation of his friends, hell, and he was also going against Hansen. Hansen could freaking use this and attack all fucking commentary YouTubers. You know, his stupid fucking action is an attack on all commentary YouTubers, in my opinion. And he fucking attacked and used his friend's reputation, So I kind of hope that this really fucks his career and destroys it. Again, this drama could all have been done with a whimper. And because of John Swan, it went out with a big fucking boom. That's all. Subscribe if you want. Tell me what you think in the comments. And goodbye.